gonna reveal to you what we are gonna put this here LS7 into.
Alright, so we're gonna be doing a V8 jet ski. You guys have seen this LS based motor sitting in my garage for a few videos now.
It's an LS7, by the way.
It is not an LS7. And we're gonna be putting it into a jet ski. Later on in the video we're gonna kind of get into this motor and what it is. But first we're gonna show what ski it's going into.
Stupid as heck.
Last time you guys saw this thing, it has the 2-stroke 1200R engine swap into it, and basically this particular ski started life as an FZR, which it came with the 1.8 liter supercharged Yamaha, which got donated to the GPR SHO build, which was my big project last year, and I kind of wanted to step it up, do something pretty crazy for my winter build this year, so I decided we're going to do a V8 swap into this FZR. When I put the 1200R engine into this, I had envisioned it as just a quick sell, a way to bring in some money so that I could finance some other builds. But it turns out that I enjoyed riding it so incredibly much that I decided I want to do a pretty crazy wild build with the thing. And it's just one of those things where I just liked it more and more and more. The more I rode it, the more I enjoyed it.
Now, you know, I gotta say, this kind of reminded me of the older GP 1200, the non-power valve model. It's got the narrow seat. It's not like you're sitting on a horse as much. It's just a good, comfortable, good ride. I loved it. So yeah, and with the Dinky Dog 2-stroke in there, it was pretty cool. And so I think that it's definitely about the right size for a V8 swap. So
when I decided I wanted to build this thing, I was looking at car motors because I knew I wanted more horsepower. I didn't want to deal with a sport bike engine. I know a lot of people think, ooh, Hayabusa swap.
But they're dumb.
But honestly, there's like one video of that on the internet, and I'm almost 100% sure that's not Hayabusa swapped.
1000% fake.
It's like a total fake. It looks like a sped up video. It just doesn't look right.
You know, I bet most of you guys know exactly what video we're talking about, and we've all watched it at like 3/4 speed, half speed. Anybody know what speed that video is supposed to be at?
Yeah, and I mean, we could do that too. We could lie. We could just take a video of some ski, speed it up. The engine would sound like it's revving way higher. Oh, it's a sport bike motor.
But you know what? JetSki Brothers are truthful. We tell you the truth, people.
Yeah, so the sport bike motors, they're complicated to do because they have a transmission, and you don't use a transmission on a ski, so you have to find a way around the transmission. Also,
I'm doing sign language for them.
Also, the sport bike engines, you know, they don't make as much horsepower stock as some of these skis come with stock from the factory. So, what's the point of this? All that work and you're not really gaining that much. You have to turbo it to get more power than a stock factory ski engine. So I didn't go with sport bike. I was thinking car engine, and seriously was considering a K-Series engine.
But nobody likes Honda.
But, you know, how shall I put this gently? I also considered all of the other 4-cylinder engines, like the SR engines. What else? The DSM motors, what are the 3S GTE? Let's see, what else?
4G63.
Right, that's what I meant by DSMs. You know, basically all the 4-cylinder turbo car motors, I was thinking about them. Not really the Subaru ones because, you know, it wouldn't fit.
Friggin' wide, man.
But at the end of the day, I was like, it's too much work to power ratio for those little 4-bangers, and it'd be pretty sick to do a V8 in one of these things. Anyway, I definitely considered a small block Ford or Chevy for this application, but at the end of the day, the LS is the better platform, and I think that's pretty evident and known by mostly everybody out there in the car world.
But Josh, why didn't you go for a quad cam Ford? You didn't want to spend more money and have a bigger engine? What?
Yeah, the quad cam Ford or like a Coyote type engine or the older ones, they're just way bigger. They're like, you know, I don't have space. I got to keep it compacted. So I had to go with this for space reasons. And even with this very compact LS engine, we're still going to have to widen the hull a little bit to fit the engine in.
Oh man, I was hoping you were going with a Ford.
So basically, the area where the engine will sit here is going to have to be widened out slightly, maybe 1 to 2 inches on each side, just to clear the valve covers, basically, is what it comes down to. And that's just after some quick measurements.
We're going to slam this in here right away so you know immediately. Because we have a plastic mock-up block, and we're just going to go floop. Wouldn't it be nice? I bet you might. He might have one by the end of this, because he'll be so sick of messing around with that thing.
Well, here's the plan, guys. This is a build series, so it's not like we're dropping the engine in this video. I'm basically just walking you through what we're doing with the project, and I'm probably going to go a little bit into the engine itself and what's going on with that.
So what he's saying is, you know, it's not going to be done in one day because it's actually hard. Doing this is hard. If you hadn't guessed.
Right.
I don't know. I mean, I don't get it. It's just a motor. A motor's a motor. I don't know why you don't just throw it in. I mean, this is how motor swaps go. You take the seat off. You literally pick up the LS with your bare hands and you throw it into the hole and it's done. That's how engine swaps work. All right, guys. So we got the SBT V8. So remanufactured SBT engine. So we know it's got good compression. We all know SBT pistons and stuff are good quality and everything good from those people.
All right. So what Jacob is trying to say is this is a junkyard motor, so we better compression check it and see what we got here.
All right, I'll spin this by hand and I'll just go put my finger over the spark plug hole. Oh, that's got like 160 PSI. Wow, this has got an aftermarket high compression head on it? Probably.
Should we wash the engine before we take it apart more?
Yeah! Okay, we washed the engine, guys.
Biatch off of here. And
this is so much better than a Ford dual overhead cam.
Oh man.
If you have to work on it, for those of you who haven't worked on either one.
Jacob was asking me if I should put the engine in the front. The weight distribution will be really bad, so we'll keep it in
That's just what they say.
Nah, it would be. It'd be like plowing the whole time. Should I build the fastest jet ski of all time? You know, like world record type of thing. Now, Jacob is confusing me with his hand signals. Now, I believe it will be possible to achieve that with this engine, because we're going to have a lot more displacement than the 1.8 liter that the fastest skis are using for the world records right now.
Guys, after we put a couple of snails on this thing, we're going to be running 2,000 horsepower, so I don't see what the problem is.
So we could twin turbo one of these and, you know, run it up in 2,000 horsepower plus category. I'm not exactly sure how much horsepower it's going to take to make the record, but an LS can make quite a bit of power, and I'm pretty sure it can make more than one of the little 1.8s. And that's not a knock on that engine. The 1.8 Yamaha engines are awesome engines, so, but, you know what they say in America.
Let's just say this is kind of Chevy at its peak right here.
Oh, I was thinking no replacement for displacement.
Oh yeah, and V8s are the best.
Oh, but turbocharger, yeah. But what happens when we put a couple snails on this bad
Yeah,
boy?
you ever think about that?
Yeah, it will be hauling the mail.
Yeah, American muscle here. This is going to be a real muscle craft. Watch till we get a 454. I'm building a 454 on my next Sea-Rat.
Oh my lord. All right.
Iron heads, I don't care. It's for a boat. Handling is plus weight, right? Oh, guys, did you know these are the cathedral ports? It's like a Roman Gothic cathedral.
They did that just for the beauty of it.
Yeah, they look tall and nice. So yeah.
So here's the thing. I ordered this engine from the online world, and it is a junkyard motor. I don't have time to go pull one myself.
What kind of engine did you order, Josh?
I ordered the 6-liter.
What kind of engine did they give you, Josh?
Now, I'm operating on the assumption, and everything tells me that they sent me a 4.8-liter.
That is dumb. They didn't even send you a 5.3. Gosh, they went straight to the bottom. What a bunch of wimps.
So, I'm pretty pissed about that, to be honest. They did refund some of my money, but I'm still annoyed. And
yeah, you got a couple $100 back. Here you go. Hope you enjoy that little 4.8.
Hope you enjoy that dinky dog.
You had a 6-liter and never wanted to get a different, bigger one.
So, I mean, we can still make a ton of horsepower with this 4.8, but I did want the 6.0 because it's like the same packaging as far as I'm aware, like
and it's
size.
like a few $100 more, and then it would have been just never think about that ever again.
So we may end up doing just this engine for like mock-up and like maybe trials, getting all the engine mounting brackets and stuff done. Then I'll buy a 6.0, put it in there. You know, twin turbo if we're going to go for the speed record. So there is a lot of possibilities here, but if you guys really want to see this done, you're definitely going to have to support us on this build. Here's what we need. We need you guys to vote with your views. So we need this video to get a lot of views to know that you guys are interested in it, to continue basically with the process. And essentially also, watching the whole video is quite important as well. And
yeah,
if you want to, you can actually re-watch the video and maybe pick up on a little bit of the hidden stuff that's going on, like in the garage, what's happening right now. And that doesn't hurt either. So,
yeah, go on.
Yeah, you don't really need to go to vintagejetski.com for this stuff because they have literally nothing for this build, except for they do have stickers that could go on this build.
And that is cool.
And that could be okay.
They probably have some... I mean, guys, you gotta admit, there's probably something that wasn't designed for this thing that they have that you could maybe use on it. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
There might be something. Yeah, put a couple of 44mm carbs on here. 8 Mikuni 44s.
You guys want to see 8 Mikuni 44s on
Oh,
my
man.
lord.
Would that be funny or what?
That would be hilarious.
Yeah, forget the Holly double pumper. We're putting some Mikuni SPN 44s on here, an 8-stack.
Yeah, now if you guys are worried about how I washed this and, ooh, there's like water getting in the engine, well, it doesn't really matter because I'm going to be pulling the heads off anyways, and we're going to keep everything nice and clean, nice and oily. Well, I guess that doesn't make sense. It'll be clean with clean oil so it doesn't get rusty.
Yeah, you guys stop worrying. Josh is professional auto mechanic. He's smart. SMT smart.
Ooh. All right, boys, do you think it'll fit?
Oh, it looks about the size of the seat. Yeah, it's even the same color. I think it'll totally fit. Yeah.
I don't think you'll have to do any work to make it fit either. I don't think you have to cut anything. We're talking just 4 custom motor mounts and bolt right in. What do you guys think? Do you think the oil pan is too tall for this thing to sit and line up with the drive shaft? Are we gonna have to do a reduction thing?
Yeah. Hey, if you guys want to like support us on this build, if you have a company that makes parts for LS engines,
mail us everything you got.
We'd love to get some like parts. Want to do like obviously a camshaft and some work with like the lifters and the oiling system before it even goes into the ski, so that we will have a 400 horsepower engine.
Anybody
want to
mail us a dry sump oil pan setup so that we don't have to do it?
And I will tell you right now, guys, this engine does not fit in the hole provided there. So essentially, we could either pull the heads off and install the heads when it's installed, but even then, it's not wide enough up top here to clear the heads. Just shy of wide enough. And we're going to get into measurements and stuff later, but that's just an overview. And so it really looks like now the engine area is going to have to be widened, which means some custom fiberglass work on the hull itself. Also, I'm going to have to go into the hull a little bit and do some fiberglass work on the bottom, because this year, at the end of the year, when I was putting in the garage here, I noticed some cracking on the bottom, and we want to make sure this thing is nice and sturdy.
Guys, do you want to see Josh do some custom painting? Comment about that below.
Ooh.
Because Josh hasn't done a custom paint thing yet. Right now, I'm leading the way for custom JetSki Brothers paint jobs.
Jacob's leading the charge for custom paint.
And we all know, we all love custom paint, except for there's some people that hate it. Because like our custom paint, it's not like mint SEMA primo paint job. It's kind of like backyard, this is kind of cool. But I don't know, there's the people that, and they usually drive BMWs and Porsches that aren't all about that type of thing. So, yeah, I don't know. Tell us about what you want Josh's custom paint to do, because he's going to have to screw all this up to widen it and, you know, that type of thing. You want him to just figure out whatever color this is and then just kind of, I mean, he's going to get the touch-up paint. It'll be the wrong color because it's paint faded by the sun. What do you want?
To what might be the fastest jet ski ever, or...
we're going to whoever's got the fastest one, we're going to go up there and just, and by we, I mean Josh, because I'm not building the fastest jet ski. Josh is.
So, I mean, it's kind of a big undertaking and it's a lot to think about because those speeds are quite dangerous. So, I'm not saying that's happening for sure. It just kind of depends on what you guys want to see. If you guys are all amped about it, then
parachute on the back. Parachute on the back. Oh, actually, you might puff this thing out and it rips the back of the ski off.
Oh, man.
Oof.
But there it is. LS engine going in to what a lot of people consider one of the best hulls.
They're like the same length, actually, the engines. So, yeah.
Yeah, lengthwise, not a problem. And also, I want to add this, guys. I did consider doing a 2JZ in here.
Yeah.
But, yeah, just like,
You know, it would maybe kind of be cool because it's long.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have to cut up the sides. And it looks like there's a lot of room that way. But also, who wants a little pencil sharpener motor, 3 liter, 6-cylinder? No. No. We're sick of these stinking 1,000 horsepower Supras and stuff that are lame on bottom, fast on top. This is going to have power everywhere. We're talking power everywhere, man.
Power!
LS.
All right, and one other thing I want to address. Oh, why didn't you get the aluminum block engine? Ugh. Okay, people, the aluminum block LS motors are way more expensive. I get it, they weigh about 100 pounds less.
It's probably less than that even.
But cost is the biggest factor, but another factor is the iron block ones are going to handle more boost before you have to worry about, like, the block not being strong enough.
Yeah, and we know that you guys probably don't care anyway, but, hey, maybe we will. Maybe we get a big dog block, later, but this is just so we can build it, get it going. We can always buy the big dog motor later after we build this thing and the Guinness Book of World Records says, well, congratulations, JetSki Brothers. Here is your $700,000 check for the most impressive, fastest jet ski. Here you go. This is a real good contribution to humankind.
I'm pretty sure they just come out and certify it, and then that's it.
They don't even put it in the paperback book probably anymore.
I'm imagining that you have to pay them to come out to certify it.
Gosh, when I was in 3rd grade, Guinness Book of World Records is a big deal. You got the paperback book. You could look at all the weird little junk in there.
All right, Jacob, what was the fastest car back then in the paperback book?
The Vector Twin Turbo, the Weigert Vector Twin Turbo. Anybody knows what that is? That is one BA car.
Jacob was giving me some mockery there and saying, ooh, world's first V8 jet ski. This is not the first V8 jet ski. I have seen a couple other ones.
What I meant was it's going to be the world's first V8 jet ski that's actually cool and not dumb.
Well, the other ones I've seen are
there's
cool.
One that was cool, the one with the Ford, and the other one I saw looked like it sucked.
Yeah.
And I've never seen a V8 jet ski that looked like it was going over 60 miles an hour. So
yeah, the plan is to actually go fast with this thing. It's not like the ones I've seen, they've been very tame and it sounded cool, but that one with the dual cam Ford, he didn't go very fast because if he tipped it over, it would just sink because the engine's hanging out.
And that one was cool.
That one was pretty awesome. The other one I saw was like a smaller V8. It was like a little dinky dog V8 into, I feel like it was a Sea-Doo or something.
I think I saw one. It was like a backyard build on like a Kawasaki STX or something.
Maybe that was it. But anyways, he didn't really go very fast with that one either. It sounded cool, but didn't go very fast.
Yeah. I mean, props for building it.
And I'm sure those guys could do a little bit of work on their projects and get them set up to go really fast. But, yeah, I haven't seen it. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to have the first jet ski with a V8 that's like better, cooler than like a built super turbo like Sea-Doo or whatever, you know, the ones with the supercharged Sea-Doos and the supercharged Yamahas, and I guess they're all supercharged, where they take the supercharger off, put a big fat snail turbo on there, and they're making like 700 horsepower. Like this will be like the first one that's like as cool as those.
Mm-hmm. Well, hopefully, fingers crossed.
No, we said it, and it will be done.
All right, you're right, Jacob. I was being too negative. It's gonna be sick.
We already did it. We said it, therefore we already did it. It's already done.
Should we put the Florida boys on notice?
Yeah, Florida boys. And also, we don't really like driving for a million years to go down there, so we probably won't. Or maybe we will.
So in 1 to 5 years, this ski will be done, and you're gonna need more nitrous for your 1.8 liter.
Nail that coffin shut. I wish I had a
boom.
Maybe it'll be so fast that we don't actually want to ride it as fast as it can go. Who knows?
Maybe it'll be a giant turd and we won't ride it at all.
Maybe the engine block will come loose while it's going like 120 miles an hour, break a hole in the side of the ski, and it'll sink to the bottom. Fortunately, where we live, it's only like 10 feet deep.
Got a bonus video for you guys today, and the link to that will be in the description of this video, so you can go ahead and click on that. It's a pretty good bonus video, and we talk a lot about, you know, what we used to do for projects before and kind of how we got started doing the jet ski projects. So it's pretty darn good, so go check that out.